Good day, good evening, and good afternoon. I am here for some more. Well, wait. Free Enterprise. Right now we have Cubs. He's doing the restream. Dave's doing the tracking, and I'm here with my co-commentator Mecca.
Hello, everybody. It's Bacchus o'clock on the comm side.
Yes, it is. And
yeah,
what do you think about the start for today? Hero.
Kane start. I mean, Kane has good viable weapons on the overworld, from the Blizzard Spear up. Difficult the back row, because you need the Dwarf Axe. But can jump from the back row fine. So yeah, I mean, Kane's Kane's like medium plus, like especially if the overworld gear is good enough, right? Like you can get Avengers, Defenders, where like his best weapons, right, like are in shops, not in chests.
So yeah.
Let's see, and our extra objectives, the random ones are Rat Tail, Giant, and Baron Castle Basement.
Oh, Giant.
Giant, yeah. I mean,
I hate it.
It's long, yeah. So yeah, if this magma key, darkness, and one of the other three get you in technical go mode, but part of your go mode is beating two extremely touchy bosses at what have been traditional, and this flag set fairly, middling levels.
Yes, indeed. I mean, I'm not a big fan of the 65k spot.
No.
Especially
65k plus. It can be more.
Oh yeah, Magus Sisters. It can be like 100,000.
Yeah.
Or so.
Yeah, Magus Sisters, Calbrina, anything with multiple spots gets to use, multiple monsters gets to use that 65, the extra HP that elements would have to some degree.
Yeah, I think even Dimps do, don't they?
Yep. No, Dimps, and then without free bosses, right? Like those Dimps could take a pounding. All right, who's our friend? That's Kane and Parham with a Gungear start. All right.
I mean,
you got a weapon.
You got a stabby stick.
Yeah. I mean, the Gungear start means, it's a bit of money, but with Kane as the starter specifically, Gungear's his third best weapon.
Yes.
Third or fourth.
I think. What is it? It's Gungear, Dragoon, White Spear.
Yeah, in terms of spears, it's his third. That's right.
Yeah.
Yep. So yeah, that's a good start. That's enough power. We see the divergence immediately. There's been a lot of divergence in this flag set regarding what do you do first? Do you check Baron, because that's one character, or do you check Hobbs? And when do you shop? When do you gather money?
I'm always one of those persons that go straight to checking loot spots like Watery Pass, Dampsing Castle.
I generally agree with that.
Or even Antlion, like Korgs is doing.
Yep. Korgs saw a duplicate Porum and wasn't interested. John saw BKC having a drink with Tella, and so we have three characters in the overworld to start, which is always a bit of a challenge. And that Silver Staff start, that's actually a good thing to have on tap.
I mean, Korgs doing the Antlion play, I like it.
Yeah. The money is,
I mean,
Yeah,
especially with the Gungnir, he should be able to chew through anything that's here.
yep. Yeah, the money's okay, right? Like, and fairly and reasonably dense. Um, and the
Yeah.
boss should fall down pretty quickly.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean,
just jump on this guy's head.
yep.
Won't be long.
Jump again.
Yeah. Meanwhile, John's, getting money, going for the kind of money and shopping
Oh.
route. We haven't seen any shop checks yet. Oh,
He got the 5%er.
yep, rough. But
Now, I just think it's kind of funny. He got the 5%er. He
By
got the script.
Porum. Let Porum hit things, people.
He got the script.
Yeah, he got the script too.
That's why I call the 5%er.
Yeah, it's 5% of his HP, right?
Yep.
That's funny.
And I thought that was kind of.
Yeah, that's funny. That's always funny when it happens.
It didn't really matter that Kane died because Kane still got the experience for it.
Yep, that's because he's a hero, which is one of the flags on our set. John discovering the duplicate problem on the mountain. And
he's going to go look who's at San Ruby, I bet.
And starts shop checking. Kaipo are some out-of-the-way shops, so sometimes...
Elven Bow and Mute Arrows?
Ooh, yeah. Elven Bow and Mute Arrows are a very solid overworld set.
And it's just a towel in the bed.
More duplicates. Not what you want to see.
Boo.
Protect ring on the White Wizard.
Wow. Blarg in the
Kaipo shop. Wow.
Yeah.
Another big thing to be very out of the way. Asura and Kier 1s there. A ribbon in Kaipo. Geez, that's another hit on things that are out of the way. But we see Avenger there, which is one of Kane's best weapons. In Fabul. So Overworld Avenger, that's very powerful for Kane.
Yep. Just need all the dowry dues to get it.
Yep, it is 150. It's a lot.
It's a lot of money.
So you'll note that Kane was never healed. That's because we get a free heal here, so that's just free value.
We get Dark Imps at Fabul Defense.
Dark Imps at Fabul Defense. This is a little annoying, just because your damage output isn't great, but it's not doing enough damage to matter through a protect ring on the kid.
Yeah.
Bible protect rings in Mist Village.
Yep.
And Mist was in the West Weapon Shop.
But of course we'll get through it because all he has to do.
That was a long pause. This is Gauntlet. Yep. John finding Gauntlet in a spot we're never gonna have to fight it. So John gets some knowledge there.
Yeah.
We are boss checking because despite it not being in the objectives, we are on no free key items. So Demist is hiding a key item from us.
And a crystal sword is in Tomra.
Crystal sword and a dancing dagger. A dancing dagger is a good utility mid-game thing. Black shirt. 3 silver rings. Interesting. I mean, those are pretty money-efficient buys that'll increase some of your defense on your other characters. Ether 1's gonna pick up some. Think that's very good.
All the summons today. There's
Sylph, yep. We haven't seen Odin. I think that's it. And we are almost through those dimps on Korg's side. There we go.
Yep. And we'll see what we're getting rewarded with.
Mm-hmm. John checking out Silvera. We see what has replaced the Black Sword.
Legend Sword. Half a forge.
Half a forge. And we do need to complete one objective out there. White Spear and Silvera. Sells the Gungnir for a White Spear.
I'd see that.
Yeah. I mean, White Spear is better than Gungnir.
Yep.
White Shirt in Silvera as well.
Yeah.
And then Cure 3s.
Korgs is actually looting the throne room.
Yeah.
That's weird.
It's definitely not something we've seen a lot. It's 4 checks rather. It seems like Korgs is valuing incidental money and making progress, right? Like over, say, John's more direct approach of getting money and then checking everywhere, right?
Yeah.
I mean, and funny enough, John sold the Gungnir and had enough money to buy an Avenger and chose not to.
Yeah.
Right, like he could have, right? Like he didn't know about the Avenger though, right? So like now he does, right? Like, and maybe he's, tough to tell how he feels about that fact that he had Avenger money and blew it on a white spear.
Yeah.
All right.
And using the white spear as an item.
Yep, for the spell, and that's good damage. That's a heads up play. Korgs continuing on the key item hunt. Doesn't know about Tella except in the bed, but deciding to go continue key item looking and XP grabbing on the overworld.
Yeah, I do like the utilization of the white spear.
Mm-hmm. No, it's very smart. It's one of the things as an item that makes you good, and especially in the early game. It's faster than jump by a lot.
Yep.
Luge and Balnab at Mylon 1, pretty easy. Physical bosses at that spot tend to do very badly.
Ooh. Cast the Cane. I think it should still be okay.
Yeah. Back in the shop. And picks up Rune Ring. Rune Ring is the opposite of an efficient buy, but it is a very strong piece of defensive gear for the arm.
Okay. Korgs gets through the Luge fight.
Yep. Little slow because of the sleep, but the damage output in that fight is largely based on the beam, which is based on raw HP out of Luge, which is not much here. So really just not a threatening spot, just a slow one.
Ooh.
No.
Back attack D-Lunars.
Back attack D-Lunars. Oh, that white spear is going to do work there, but oof. That's a rough one for Korgs' position right now.
Not to count, Korgs has the Avenger.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, switches out of the Avenger because attacking the D-Lunars unnecessarily is a problem. Gonna see if he can jump through, but that damage output is real high. And he's gonna die to the double fires. Yep. Big oofs there. There we go. I like that adjustment. Putting Kane in the back row because we know he's going to be jumping anyway. John gets the news that Antlion was just defense.
Yep. And here comes the walls.
Oh, Avenger was left on this time. We'll have the fires, and then they'll start the reflected viruses, and we're not going to survive the reflected viruses at this spot. So we're kind of hoping Kane gets.
Okay, I mean.
Right, one down. Now we're going to be triggering fire counters. Did it queue up a virus? Nope. Okay.
We're
on a time, huh? Yeah, no, I think that they're through. I think that Korgs is gonna get this. Nope, it wasn't fast enough on Kane.
I think maybe the Cure 2 might do it.
Cure 2 might do it. Fire will be 22 and then 22 again. You get one more Cure 2 here.
Yep. Okay. Korgs gets through it.
Whew. Close, but just enough.
I was kind of wondering about that.
Yeah.
And looks like John has a sparkle and just Mr. the Duke
Hail him.
held him.
Smartly doesn't reset until he sees the boss because there are 5 sparkles, and so knowing that it's
Yeah.
Pale Dim, does reduce the, even knowing it's a sparkle, you have reduced odds of seeing other things.
Yeah.
It makes a lot of sense once you're powered up to go back to Baron Inn and pick up your one overworld character. And that's what we see John doing.
Yeah. I mean, DKC here is pretty easy. I mean, just
But
White
Ordeals
Spirit.
is required. Ordeals had the Magma Key and Demist for a double up.
Ooh.
And that's interesting. Just because Ordeals is kind of a long check. Some people fade it. Alright, CPU at the second spot. CPU is rarely risky, but usually annoying. So John is likely to get through this fine.
I see he decided to slow down the attack orb.
It makes sense. I mean, it's a little bit of a time savings more than anything. Just because the attack orb is just going to mazer you for as long as it's alive, and you can't kill it. Right? Korgs has the Magma Key. Korgs has a Demist to check on. And a Tela to turn on, but doesn't know about the Tela yet. Demist.
Deus has a ribbon.
Okay. I mean, ribbon's a decent piece of gear.
Yeah, I know.
But it is not what Korgs is necessarily looking for there. Korgs does check the shops here, so I think. Okay.
Yep.
Checked rings again. And weapons were Life Ice Claw.
I thought I saw ninja swords.
Yep, ninja swords, middle swords, ninja stars, middle swords. And the Ice Claw is picked up for possible future Yang or Edge. And Baron Inn, just a life staff, so the kid gets a better stick. But no more key items yet. Yeah, Kane finally has some defense.
I mean, we know Ordeals is the way underground.
Yep.
But where does John go?
Yeah. And it's a position here where John might think that he's powerful enough to go to Eblan.
Yep.
No, I mean, I think I like this play a lot. We just know it's not going to work out for getting John underground.
Yep.
So the question really for Korgs is it's kind of the same thing. Is does Korgs continue doing overworld stuff because there's still 4 trap chests in the overworld? Or does Korgs start, delving into the underground, picking up the money there, and so on? Oh, the Avenger is going to make the CPU maybe more of a problem. Because you only have 2 characters.
Yeah, that looks like Plan Q.
Yeah, there it goes. All right. We need you to globe Kane. All right. We need Kane to not get Avenger glitched. All right.
Can you?
You're saying there's a chance.
Like
need Kane to not get Avenger glitched again.
Okay.
All right. I
gets through
think we got it. Woo!
That's what we usually call a Plan Q.
All right. Meanwhile, on John's side,
I don't recommend it.
I don't recommend it either, but if the dice roll right, you can just plow on with your day. So, strength ring. Right, we're gonna give a bow to the kid, for him hit things, because we're gonna life staff Cecil or Tella. That all makes sense. All right, so yeah, Korgs has the question of underground or continue key item hunting in the overworld, and looks like going underground,
underground,
which I like. Yeah, it's just a matter of the two of them having different information. I like going underground as early as possible because, again, it gives even more information and gated shops. That said, we're not really looking for anything right now. Right? Like black belts, power shirts, but
I would love to see. Yeah, just see John Spike and Adamant.
Yeah, no, that would be very interesting too, because it would be the key objective that he needs. Mm-hmm.
That would be a forge.
Yep.
And depending on what forge it is for Kane,
I'm always rooting for a Gigantaxe.
Yeah, Gigantaxe is.
There's Odin. All the summons in the overworld.
What is in Kane's pool? It's Gigantaxe,
Able Spear, yeah,
Piggy Stick, and Lance Sword.
Mm-hmm. Yep, that sounds right. Piggy Stick is certainly usable. Gigantaxe and Able Lance are the big hits. Gigantaxe is basically a crystal sword, and Able Lance is basically a crystal sword.
Yeah. So Able Lance is definitely a crystal sword.
Yeah.
He makes Kane more than patently average.
Yep. No, so getting to forage on Kane is, a 50-50 shot turning Kane into Cecil, and that's pretty darn good. And even the Piggy Stick is nothing to sneer at. Flandango, not so much, but
yeah. I mean,
got package out of there.
Unless you're doing pink puffs.
Right.
Oh wait, that's right. No experience.
Yeah. It wouldn't be worth much. They'd be worth money. Pink puffs are worth money.
You're not wrong on that.
Dragoon Spear, which is one of Kane's better weapons to have access to because it kills dragons, so it does the 4x damage. It's very useful to know the position of or have. So Korgs is out of the first shop checks. Sorcerer Robe pickup. Always good.
The Flandango is not a Cecil only. It is Kane and Cecil.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, someone chat was asking about that.
Yeah, I saw. No, it's a fair question. Oh, they do the boss check. That was Dark Imp. My screen blurred for a second. Yep. It is. Sorry, not Dark Imp. Dark Elf.
Yeah, Dark Elf. You got the White Spear. I think
Avenger.
Korgs has he has the Avenger.
Yeah, Korgs has the Avenger, and probably gonna just tear through this spot pretty effectively. The White Spear would probably be better here because of the Dark Elf's weakness in dragon form.
Yep.
But also we have a fully powered Tella, so we have the weak in dragon form as well. So either one of those should do. Sand Ruby. Oh boy, we can pick up a duplicate Tella. And John knows that. So
yeah.
John knows that's a zonk. And that's the end of Eblan looting for John. Solid amount of money. No. What does John want to do with it? Right, we still have the Zot chest. We're going to check the shops here. Find strength rings.
Yeah.
Find Odin.
Yep.
Darks Yeah, Dark Elf is just melting under the force of the Avenger. Artemis arrows were here. Okay.
Yeah.
That is a very important weapon. Also a dragon killer. Headbands. Not the best hat, but a good hat.
And looks like just
Octomam at the at
oh,
Dwarf
hey,
2.
look, it's the man.
It's the man. Oh, fancy man.
We got the man.
Yeah. That's great. That means we have somewhere to put our Avenger as a default.
Yep.
You know, and almost like everything but the Able Lance is something Cecil can equip too.
Yep.
Right. So
because Cecil can equip the Gigant Axe,
yeah,
Stick, and the Fandango.
Yeah, so I mean, we have a 50% chance of getting a weapon, a good weapon for Cecil, if we want to keep Kane on the Avenger plan and let Cecil tank things. So
exactly.
That's actually that's a really timely hit here.
Exactly.
Wow. Very nice.
I like it.
Yeah, especially in the forced ordeal scenario, which is what we're in. John, in fact, going up to Zot rather than it looks like anyway. Oh no, I'm gonna check out package. Interesting. What if Cecil's here, you take him, right? Not knowing it's a dupe, right?
That's hard.
Like that would hurt.
No, I wouldn't take it.
You wouldn't take Cecil here?
No. What's here right now? I mean, we know where Bahamut's are. We know where Bahamut's are.
The storm of Rydias are burning down the house.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. This is tough too. This is the other really powerful character on this flag set.
Yeah, we know where Blarg is.
Yep.
That's a Rydia.
Yeah. I think John's sitting through it like he's doing it.
Yeah, he is. Oh, look at
wow.
Crystal sword.
The sword
on the pedestal.
Luca Key was at the vanilla position. But yeah, we are extremely set up now. Wow. Yeah, we have a berserk. We have two berserk casters. We have an Avenger. And we have a crystal sword.
We have burr mode.
Yep, we are in full burr mode on Korgs' side, and it's the key item there wasn't isn't required.
No.
Right. So Dwarf Castle's not required, but it is very valuable.
Yes.
Extremely so. Some people do skip Dwarf. We'll see what John does when he goes underground. But John still has 2 overworld checks, and the question is whether he does Ordeals or Zot first.
Yeah.
Korgs going into the Fey March. There's a trap chest here. He saved his first few chest opens. And looks like he's at least rolling the dice.
The thing is, Korgs didn't use any of their hourglasses in Eblan, so...
Yep, no, Korg has plenty of hourglasses.
Yeah.
True.
So he can use those on the Warriors.
The problem is the Warriors will queue up 5 attacks and all of his characters are at 1 HP.
Well, that's why he's healing.
Yep, right okay. So we are healing before opens. Good.
Yep.
Golbez at this spot. Just more time sucked from John.
Ugh.
I mean, at least it's an easy spot, but that is rough.
There are the Warriors.
Yep.
And we'll see what the Warriors have.
Yep, but I mean, like John has the chance to leverage Bahamut, right? Like that's definitely a very powerful tool, right? That's the one thing that Korgs' team lacks. They may have overwhelming physical direct damage, but these Warriors are going to require killing all of them. Right? There's 5 of them.
There we go. They're hourglass, and now Korgs proceeds to beat on him.
Yep. Yeah, the AoE capability is very relevant for John. If Rydia doesn't show up anywhere else for Korgs, right, like that could also be a big decider if the Giant's in the way and you have one of those multi-part bosses like that we talked about with have enormous amounts of HP.
Yeah.
Right. Bahamut's a big difference. Crystal Sword's good, don't get me wrong, but
I do like the whole life glitching the warrior.
yeah.
Like,
No, I think that's really smart. Having skipped the treasure chests in Eblan,
Yep.
like we're a little low on XP compared to perhaps normal scenarios. So, yep. And John immediately heads over and grabs the Bahamut. Thank you.
Yep.
Yep. That's why you track item shops, people.
I just gave him my head.
Yeah, I have a memory castle for it. But I also have a whiteboard for a desk, so I can write things down.
And a Moonveil. I mean, don't get me wrong. That's
a tool.
An item.
Tool in your toolkit. Another one of those cases where you might run into a 65k boss. You just Moonveil and Berserk Cecil. Moonveil and Avenger Crystal Cecil. And just let him loose.
Yep.
That boss will die eventually.
And that's a pan at the Fate March freebie.
Nice. Always great to find that in the freebie before you go down there. And yeah, John is going to Zot first, just full Ordeals Fade, and we know it's gonna hurt a little. Cabins in Feymarch. Nice.
Yeah. Ninja hats in the armor shop.
Nice. Love ninja hats. They increase speed. They're the best attack hat in my opinion.
The weapon shop was not too great.
Oh, the weapon shop's not great? Yeah.
Nah.
Yeah, Earth Hammer, Full Moon, like, eh.
Yeah, it was kind of blah.
We have exit, so checking these is easy. Door and Leviathan at the Leviathan spot.
I mean, the levy is not bad.
Yeah.
The evil wall, it's so fast.
It's so fast. Yeah, that's gonna hurt. Like that evil wall's definitely gonna take some work. But you have ribbon.
You have ribbon. You have a Moonveil.
Yeah, I mean, you can solve that problem for sure.
Yes.
Yep. But yeah, it's probably still worth coming back on.
Yeah. We'll come back to it later.
Oh yeah, Berserking Porum. Love it. And didn't need it, but I love it anyway. All right, we want this to be an important key item for John, right? Like to reward him for this because he's gonna have to go to Ordeals right after.
That's Forge.
Yep, that's Forge. That's a big hit for John. We were, John. That's a very big hit for John. Like because this was another key item location that wasn't gonna yield magma.
Wow.
But yeah, now John is darkness and magma away from go mode, and we know where magma is. We're gonna go get it in a second. Right, like possibly get Cecil shortly after if he actually does Dwarf Castle. Right. We're peeking the boss here. All right, not interested. But it's not, Mom.
Okay. And it looks like Korgs is doing the Toad lady.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And we're Korgs is still missing a key item. So like Korgs isn't actually in go mode once they find darkness, but it's not unreasonable to try and get some XP here. And Toad chest, honestly, one of the easiest, if one of the more annoying chests in the area.
Yeah.
Again, having an AoE here would be much faster.
Yeah.
All right, and so John's going probably the place he has to.
I was gonna say you kind of have to go to Ordeals.
Yep. You have no other options. It's either at Mom on Ordeals because he checked all of the other boss spots too.
Yeah.
Like even the Zot one. Like it has to be on Ordeals either through Mom or through the spot. So John is going up Ordeals. He knows and we know that this is the route. while we're toting our way through life.
And I think I'm kind of hoping for an Abel's Lance for this forge.
I think that would be nice. I think something that Cecil can't use would be very appropriate for a hero seed.
Yeah.
Another ribbon.
We don't need Gigantax.
I love the Gigantax, but like I think that now that Cecil's in the party, it feels righter to be something that only Kane can use. Centipedes. This is the actually easiest. Just because they're very, very weak.
Yeah. And what do we get from the Centipedes? That was something. Oh, Darkness.
Darkness in Sylph. I love to see it. It's a lot of people save Sylph till the end. And wow, like this is another case. Korg is checking some of the things that people fade and getting rewarded.
Oh.
Like, this is big too. Like, Birckhead's unlikely to choose this place because on the numbers, it's not that great. And
yes, it's not.
This is a huge payout for Korgs for checking some more unlikely things, you know, getting XP value out of it. But man, yeah, that's really good for Korgs. Korgs is now one of the other 3 objectives away from true go mode. If we get the Earth Crystal at any point, that'll send Korg straight to Adamant, right? Like, John has to hope that we don't find Earth Crystal. Like... We didn't buy those mute bells. How did we get those? Since J items are off, we can't buy various J items, but the hourglasses and the mute bells come from the trap kit, which gives you some of the tools to deal with trap chests in this flag set,
including mute bells.
Yeah, and mute bells are good for the ghost because their first round is to fire to you 6 times, and that's slow and somewhat damaging.
But they do punch pretty hard after their fire phase.
Their second round is punches, and it's not nothing, right?
Yep. What is it? It's
and then sleep for the 3rd round.
Yeah, so as I was thinking, it's like fire 2, punch, and then sleep.
But they're muted, so sleep and fire 2 aren't going to happen. John gets the good news, and then gets the gooder news that Demist was here anyway. Settle down. This would be a bad death to take just because it involves doing a bunch of stuff. No.
That's just mean, Cubs.
Yeah, thanks.
Cubs is saying buying that CPU.
I'm
like, ooh.
That's extremely fast, extremely high physical damage spot. That would be a curse to wish upon our players for sure. All right, we got Kane up with at least a turn of action, reducing the ghost to 1. And and the whichever one the ghost punch leaves you in a recovery state. So it was done. Pigtail.
I'm pretty sure John will go straight underground, go straight forge.
Yep. No, that's exactly what John will do. Right. There's no reason to wait on forge.
Yeah.
Right. Like, and there's nothing on the overworld left for him. I mean, except for like maybe he goes to mom. Right. Yeah. Like, just don't forget that you've got demist's check.
No, I'm gonna do demist real quick.
Yep. Yeah. I think that's perfectly fair. You don't want to forget it. You've already done package.
Then definitely forge afterward.
Yes. No, again, like this is a flag set about equipment power to a large degree. You don't turn down a possible upgrade.
And like I said, a ribbon's not a bad.
No, ribbon's a great hit. It's a tool against a number of possible Excalibur for the first one, and White Shirt for the second. Sheila is a key item bust. Not that White Shirt's not great, but we did know where to buy it already. At least John did. No, Korgs did. It was Underworld. So yeah, John is going to find his way. Got something to buy here? Avenger?
Maybe the Avenger. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
sell some stuff and yep.
Yeah, that makes sense. But put Kane on White Avenger.
He wants his angry stick.
Meanwhile, Korgs shot Chet here for the first time, found the White Spear, picked up 10 Cure 3s.
And John is finally going underground.
Yep. Korgs, what's the plan? Yeah, probably just shop checking, but who knows? Korgs has a lot of options open at the moment. We have the Babel Tower. We have more Sylph checks. We can go to the moon if we want. We can go to Giant if we want.
True. I wouldn't recommend it, but
I wouldn't either. Interesting. It looks like Korgs is doing the shop checking now, which is something John's already fully mapped out. So a bit of a retread there. Here we're going to see something new because only John has the pieces of Forge.
Yep.
He does not forget that.
I mean, ninja hats for sale in the shop. Oh, Abel's
And
Lance.
Artemis.
Oh,
Abel Lance. Very nice.
hey,
Very nice. That's what we wanted to see for Kane specifically.
that is a very shiny, pokey stick.
Yeah, and it's Kane only. And if John does, if John does dwarf, John will end up with the absolute Kane Cecil, damage power, the highest you can get.
Wow. I said Evil Lance, so I was like,
yeah, no, we were rooting for it, so it was something that Kane would actually get to use.
we willed it into existence.
246. That is a reasonable amount of attack power.
Yeah, that Kane can hit hard.
We are defensing up Rydia. That seems fair. Don't have any other bows, John.
You're out of bows, John.
Korgs decided to go back under, which probably means Korgs is ready to try this King Queen. Yeah. John is floating his way through, so doesn't have to heal up when he finds the monsters. John having a Drain Spear to anchor Kane a little more. Interesting, because Kane's the hero.
Yeah.
We have Crystal Avenger for Cecil here on Korg's side. 2356. Very respectable damage. But yeah, no, this should be entirely reasonable as long as we can keep Gorm alive.
Just want the radio Korg stuff.
Yeah, put the glass hat and protect ring on her, and she survived to bomb mute, and the fight's over. Right? This is, like I said, this is a tool that Korgs doesn't have, and this is kind of what John needs to catch him up.
Yes.
Also, that but the problem John has right now is just that what's going to make him fight that chest himself.
Yeah.
We know that's his problem, right? Because he's in Darkness and Go, technically. As long as we don't hit any other key items, though, as long as we don't keep if we keep dodging Earth, right? If we keep dodging Earth and Twin Harp, right? Eventually he'll have to go to Sylph, right? Yeah. So if you're rooting for John, you are hoping that he gets driven to Sylph, right? By us not hitting key items that can send us anywhere.
Unfortunately, he had like I said, Fate March freebie was the pan.
Yep, was the pan, right? I mean, but we know that the 2 items from the pan were nothing, right? So. Boy. Apple. You're now 1 for 1 on objectives. John walks by the chests. Yep. Okay. So while we have a bit of a lull, I'd like to remind you to follow and respect the people behind the scenes. Angidev is tracking. Cubs Rule 21 is doing the restreaming. And Ninja 81, my teammate and co-commentator, and me as well, possibly. Korgs is setting up for that fight. Leave a wall. Leave a wall does 4 things. Moves forward, it punches, it casts incremental petrify, and when it can't move forward anymore, it starts insta-deathing you. Ribbon protects you from the insta-deaths, but those punches are very real. And Vessel's about to Moonveil. Survives to do it. Okay. The fight is effectively over. Assuming Cecil is ribboned, because Evil Wall can't crush him. Yep, that's what Moonveils are for. Good use by Korgs. And JohnBirckhead gets the news that there's nothing in the tower. Now what? Picking up glass masks for utility. All right. John shopping or is John fighting?
Oh. I see someone's actually utilizing their ribbons for a fight.
Yep. Ribbons plus the moon veil to get Cecil through that.
Yep.
Yep. Yep. The fight is over. It's just a question of how long. There we go. The wall down.
Yep. And a crystal.
That's money.
It's money, and it's also nice for, manipulating agility.
Yep. Sorcerer Robe and Karate for John and Dwarf. John is going to fight. That will give John parity on power, on melee power.
Artemis bows for sale.
Nice.
See lit arrows. Crystal rings are for sale. Hey, you just got one of those.
You love buying crystal ring. Yara, nice. Yeah, is there anything we can't buy at this point? Black belts, power shirts, like we haven't seen those. Like we've only seen karate. Yeah, that's not great. No Zeus gauntlets in shops.
I mean, John's about to get the good. He's got Cecil, right?
Yeah.
He doesn't have Cecil, does he?
He's going to get Cecil in a second.
Yeah.
That's the good news.
And then the other good news is the reward from this.
Yep. He's got Tela, so Tela unlocked, so warp is solved no matter what. Even Rydia might have it too. Korgs is launching the whale. Korgs still is missing a key item at this point, which is, I mean, the moon's not going to give you any key items unless it's in the trap chest or the giant chest. So this is certainly interesting. There's still a number of trap chests as well as prime key item spots on the Earth.
Yep.
Buying more glass masks?
Apparently so.
Okay.
I was about to say Rydia or Tela will have enough to warp here.
Yep. Yeah,
because Tela or Rydia, she learns warp relatively low level.
Yeah, like level 9 or something.
Unlike a certain other black mage.
Yeah. Quake Kid gets good attack spells early and doesn't pick up on the subtle stuff.
Yeah. What level does he learn warp?
Like 20s, late 20s. Like it's
29.
Yeah, 29, I think. Yeah, it's not great. Right. So John has fully powered Cecil and fully powered Kane. Korgs has landed on the moon.
It's a little divergence.
All right. So, yep, this is the numbers play by John. Korgs is hoping for Rydia here.
That's a porn.
That's a porn. Another dupe. That's not helping Korgs here. Korgs is still on 4-person party. Yeah.
Where John has the 5-man party.
Yep, has 5, and it's about as powerful as it gets. Right?
He's got a man with a. He's basically got 2 people with crystal swords.
Yeah, like his party is about as powerful as it can get on these flags. They don't maybe replace Tela with like Rosa or something, right? But that's really like you can't ask for much more, or replace Tello with, Edge, right? But really, like there should be like John has checked every shop. John should be geared up and ready to tear through anything the scene presents at this point. It's just a matter of levels.
Yeah, John will just tear through anything.
But again, the question is like, when is Korgs going to find his, sixth objective, right?
Yeah.
Because there's no key items here, and we know where Demist is, right? Like, this is just Korgs getting experience, right? Like, and taking care of objectives, right? Before going to Giant, assumingly. But the key items are in, right? Like, again, there's 2 key items that the Darkness Crystal unlocks, 2 key item slots. Tower key in tower. Love that for John. As if this wasn't efficient enough.
Yeah.
But yeah, back to Korgs, right? Like there's 2 key item slots, the trap chests, and Korgs did not prioritize them yet. Korgs clearly prioritizing experience. And
yep.
That was another yellow item. I missed what it was though.
I missed it as well.
Twin Heart? We have Twin Heart marked now. That's not great.
Ooh.
Anything that sends John away from Sylph is not good for John.
Yeah, that's bad.
Yeah, like if the thing we would hope for most would be at least Baron Key, right? Like, because that leads to an objective. Twin Harp is just right, like right. Sandy, Cindy, and Mindy at the Masamune altar. We've got a lot of power here, but Rydia would make this faster.
Yeah. She would target them all.
Yeah. She would. She plus the meleeers would do a great job of taking out Mindy. Pain down. Surprised. Yeah. Ooh, wow. We are really on Team Forum hit things today.
Yep.
Yeah, the mages are fast here, and that means that it's going to be 1 round of 4 actions for you and 1 round of 2 actions for them. And one of their actions is going to kill one of your characters. Good. We need Cindy's actions to not exist. Oof.
That is bad hitting.
Yep, we are not. Berserk has random targeting. We were really hoping for it to focus down the lowest HP one, which is Mindy. Virus will kill anybody, and it killed Tella again. Crystal for John in the tower as well. So many key items for John.
Yeah.
I mean, is that 10 already? Yes, it is.
Yes, it is.
Jeez, so John is going to be getting XP faster now too, right? So that continues the kind of the snowball that he's set up in terms of power.
He is going to ramp up quite a bit.
Yeah.
Hi, Wyvern.
Wyvern!
Live one.
Lit one. Nice.
Nice. I like it.
It's like it's Mylon.
It's not even quite Mylon. No, it is lit one for Mylon.
Yeah.
You're cute, Wyvern.
Okay. We're on Berserk, Cecil, and a prayer here. And Virus, I don't think you're going to survive. Yeah. Like, Cecil was resisting elementals, but Virus, I think, does that. So, yep. Korgs has to reset there. Got some crystal rings. This will help. All right, physical defense for the guy in the front row. I dig it. John is through. Earth crystal is at the top of tower. Oh, John's getting a lot of fetch quest items that we know don't have darkness at the end of them. They might have Hook, they might have Rat Tail, they might have Baron Key, but they do not have darkness.
Talk
Korgs.
about free fight.
Yeah, super free. Korgs is back in. And you don't have okay, Elven Bow. Elven Bow is Mage Killer. So Berserking Porum with Mage Killer arrow of bow is not a bad thing. Glass Mask does not protect you against. Oh, that was a focus fire on Sandy. Not quite there yet. Yeah, Cecil's just no selling the elementals. All right, now we find out what's at Tower Key. Sandy is down.
And we get a spoon.
A spoon. That's not very useful right now. Now I'm going to find those Artemis bows and crystal rings. And the tiara. Remedy didn't bring back Mindy? Huh. I mean, that's a very good thing for Korgs. That means that Korgs has another couple rounds of Delta attack not being online. Okay, yeah, that's what I assumed, was that the remedy was queued already. I just didn't see the timing enough. All right, and there's the full team back. Yeah, Cubs informing us that it was queued. So.
Yeah, but now.
All right, Cindy's down.
So, plus.
Not doing anything on Cecil. All right. We're berserking. Okay, John's going for a cover strat on the wall here. Everybody but Cecil having no HP. And Korgs is through another objective. Oh wait, even Cecil doesn't have HP. That's not good. Assassin dagger. We already have one of those, game. Thank you. Korgs want anything else out of here? Korgs is out. All right. Wall is so fast here. All right, yep. And John's blowing his move out here as Korgs did.
Yep.
And will be able to end the fight with, well, at least until the crush phase. Like, is fine. Hella slowing to try and prevent the crush phase, while Korgs is going for the trap chests, which are the possibilities for key items. Korgs hits Baron, Hook, or Rat Tail. Or, I mean, Adamant would be a hit, but we know it's not here. The hair dryers, as they are affectionately known. 50,000 experience.
Yep.
Definitely, good spot. Has a high chance of having a key item. As far as trap chests go, fairly beatable, especially if you've got hourglasses. Bahamut should trigger the petrification. No,
No, it does not.
All right, my mistake. I keep assuming, but summons are always a little weird.
No, it's just
The evil wall is unbelievably fast here. Just good lord. We do get to it before crush phase though, with the full party around, and that's more experience for the team at 10 ki.
Yep. And it looks like John's got his
What's that? Went
has
by way
it-
too fast.
Has it not done Queen yet? Or King spot yet?
Just a white shirt? Okay. So yeah, John hasn't done King spot yet, but King should be very beatable. Slow anchoring here with the Drain Spear. Drain Spear is actually more anchory than the Drain Sword. It's -10 agility, so
Yeah.
John is doing a very good job of managing his agility with Kane in a way that only Kane can. Nobody else has a weapon that slows them down that much. Let's see what's in Cave Bahamut. It's some sort of guards. It's the Baron guards. Nope,
Kuiper.
Officer Soldier.
Yep, Kuiper guards.
Yeah, this is not hard. Yeah, the soldiers don't have enough attack power here, even for what is a known high attack spot. They just don't have good stats.
Nope. Yeah, those front guards have like no HP.
No HP. Yeah, most of the HP is on the soldier, so this won't give, like, Korgs isn't going to get much XP out of this, but the kill, not really going to be a problem.
To me, an objective is an objective.
Yeah, but yeah, right now, Korgs is still looking for that
Ooh.
6th objective. Not there. Korgs does not have access to it yet. Another moon veil.
John's gonna get through this fight, but
yeah. All right. Korgs has another moon veil and nothing that has to be done on the moon.
yeah, I know, right? Malaria. A free moon veil in this economy.
Yeah, we've
Come
seen
on.
2 this seed. We got 2 moon veils this seed that both players have seen.
And John gets through the Leviathan fight.
Rather than both players will see. John will see this once he finds the darkness crystal. And giant time. Here, Korgs has one possible hit for, for Adamant, which we know is not here. Rat Tail, Hook, or Baron Throne. And if it's not here, then Korgs is back in the digging.
Yeah. Like a lot of people say,
John doing?
He's going pan.
I thought he already did pan. Huh.
No.
Okay.
He hasn't done pan yet.
Okay.
I don't know.
Yeah, like what's gonna send him to Sylph? Like, I don't know. It's tough to, like, a lot of players simply won't do Sylph until it's their last option because the odds. So the way that it works, right, like on odd setting. Do you want to explain this or should I?
You explain it.
Okay. So the way it works on odd setting is that each area that has a trap chest gets 2 of its trap chests as guaranteed, and then it flips a coin to add a 3rd, and it flips a coin to add a 4th, flips a coin to add a 5th, and so on until it runs out of possible adds. Then those are all added to, for each area, those are all added to the K main spots, and then assigns deals key items out to those evenly, right? So spots like, spots with in dungeons with 1 key item or 1 trap chest always are in the pool, right? Like, always in the key item pool, right? Like, Rat Tail, that is half of an objective. That's Korgs definitely needed to see something there for kind of keep up, but all right. But anyway, so that's basically how it works. So places with lots of chests, or like have their boxes are worth less in the odds, right? Like, because say, right, like there's only usually 3 chests that have possible key items in Sylph out of 7, right? Compared to, Eblan Castle, where there's, 2, maybe 3 out of 3, right? Or, all of the single chests are like being single. You have John going after music here, which will be appreciated, and Mom Bomb at this spot. Ooh boy. This Mom Bomb's actually pretty good here, just because you can burn through the explosion phase this late, hopefully. Yeah. Hopefully Korg can do that. I really don't like the bombs. The bomb children at this spot know how to party, and their explosions are super lethal.
Yes, they are.
Yeah, man, and she hits hard. Right. Moves fast and he hits hard. Kane took 2 hits there before anybody else got an action. John goes in, ready to die, and that speeds that cutscene up. On to the tunes on the right side.
Yes, tunes.
that plague went down speared.
Yep.
Super Mario Galaxy tune and Baron Key here. Okay, well, I mean, it's not a complete bust then.
I mean, you got Baron Basement.
Yep. So
Uh,
this means that John gets to skip Giant, which is a time save, right? But it's still all predicated on getting to that Darkness Crystal.
yep.
Don't know where the hook is for Korgs to get the other half of the objective that he has. We know where the adamant is, so if Korgs goes that direction, the most likely thing for Korgs to do after this is go to the tower and find Earth Crystal, which will send him to adamant, which will make him done.
Yeah.
Like that's the thing that's sitting in my mind, is that the numbers thing for Korgs to do is go to the tower, and we know that Earth Crystal's in the tower, right? And that will send him to the trap chest, and then Korgs will get there sixth, right? So
I'm assuming. I hate to say it whenever I do a castle like this with this objective.
Mm-hmm.
I like to do the actual castle itself.
Okay. I think it's I think it's a fair thing. We're still looking for key items, right?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, we're looking for 2 now, right? Like we need Hook and Rat Tail, and we know personally that Rat Tail is on the Giant, right?
Mm-hmm.
But it's not, the key item is worth something, right here.
But I mean, just to have a decent save spot.
Yeah, just have a better save spot too. All right, CPU, lower HP, incredibly punchy, while John squares up against a easy antline. Asura here, well, her counterattacks are going to be real.
Poor antline.
You could just Cecil your way through this fight if you wanted. That's not Korg style. John going throne first, which makes a lot of sense because John has the power to do the throne.
Yeah.
So it makes sense to.
That's some form of Mylon.
All right. We haven't seen any Mylons yet, so
yeah, this is free.
Free. Yep. Have you met my friend Crystal Sword? Have you met my friend Abel Lance?
Abel Lance, Crystal Sword, Avenger. I mean, have you met all our nice pointy sticks?
Yeah. Yep. Mylon is weak to Holy, and so those 2 weapons will quickly tear through.
And John gets through
the second Avenger.
Baron Basement, so 4th objective for.
Yep.
The real question is for John, where are you going?
Yeah. Where are you going? When do you decide to do self?
You don't have Darkness Crystal.
Yeah. Like there's no way to complete the sea without Darkness Crystal. So
you need the Darkness Crystal, and he's going to go up through the throne.
Yeah. Yep. I mean, it's possible. This is where Darkness Crystal is. Certainly enough of a chain for it.
Hey, it's Bahamut up here.
Oh, okay. That's no problem.
I'm assuming Cecil's probably still berserked. Yep. It's fine.
Yeah, you don't need
Cecil.
power. Yep, done.
Cecil's like, swing, swing, done.
Cecil swing, Kane swings, and it's done.
Yeah.
Hey, Forum's mage killing again on the left side, putting out reasonable damage against Asura. But Asura's on walled.
Hey, there's an edge.
Hey, it's an edge. You bothering to get edge here? Don't feel like it's worth it. No. Start with a boomerang. That's nice. Well, as far as edges go, that's a good start, but it's just not worth the time.
I don't think the edge.
It's not worth gearing him up, really, is the thing.
I mean, the only thing he'd be good for is still Bacchus's. But
Crystal and something weird as the statues.
Yeah. And like I said, edge is only good for like
Trigger and spear
in
in the pot.
I think John goes underground. Please, John, go underground.
It's gonna do Earth Crystal. All right. Korgs has to reset on Asura. The wall falls off, and Asura starts healing herself with Cure 3s, which work.
Yeah.
Cure 4s have problems when enemies have, 5-digit HP sometimes, but Cure 3s will work just fine. And
yeah, those Cure 3s will heal.
They'll slow things down significantly.
I just feel kind of weird that Korgs only has 4 party members.
Yeah. I mean, it is the thing that happens on this flag set because of the dupes, right? Like, you can have a character, right? Like, you can have a character behind Giant, right? Like, you will have 7 characters, right? Like, the flag set guarantees it. But I know, but I'm explaining to the audience that it's, right? Like, you have one behind Giant, you have one behind Package, you have one, like, you can have the rest, you can have your back 3 all gated behind key items, one behind Hook, right? Like, and just never see them, right? You could be locked into 4. Yeah. Here, like, Package is where Radio was, right?
Yep.
Haven't seen 5 and 6. Oh no, we have seen 6. It was Edge, right? Edge at Baron.
That's right. John actually got the Edge actually got the package and took the Rydia.
Yep.
And kind of like been utilizing it quite a bit.
Yeah. And the Berserkers are doing, the work on the solo bosses, but yeah. Rydia has helped make some kills faster than they were for Korgs. It just, again, without the Darkness Crystal.
I know.
There's Rosa. She is the 7th.
She is the 7th, and she is not probably going to be picked up.
Again, it's just not worth, like, Tella's good enough.
I mean, Tella's going to be a good enough mage.
Yeah.
A quotation mark.
Mm-hmm. Quotation marks, yeah.
For the seed.
Oh, there's Cecil. Neat. Earth Crystal came from Tower, so yeah, you can get Cecil this way without having to have done the thing, but then you wouldn't have the Crystal Sword. Oh, we are discarding Cecil for Rosa, or Tella for Rosa.
Tella for Rosa.
All right.
For this fight, maybe. I mean, you are gonna get a slight
water ag, easy.
I mean, it's a slight boost.
Yeah. And Rydia for Korgs. That's at least gets Korgs to 5. Again, we're like, Korgs is pretty late. I don't know how much effort you put into this Rydia, but it is a 5th party member. And John is quickly through Water Hag. And Anna sticks on the screen. Hi, Anna.
So Korgs has got a rat tail, but no hook.
Yep. Legend sword,
let's
but no
see.
adamant.
Yeah, legend sword, but no adamant. Ooh.
So there's 3 key item chest possibilities here. Korgs is going for them.
And he hasn't found the Baron key.
Nope, hasn't found the Baron key. We know the
Ugh.
Baron key is behind Twin Harp. Artemis arrows, yeah. We know Earth Crystal is in the tower. We know Twin Harp is in the tower. We know,
yeah,
like it's a Baron. Tower of Babel has the route to the other 2 objectives, and Tower of Zot has the 3rd. So, if you're on JohnBirckhead's side, you're just praying that John goes to Sylph to get his darkness, and praying that Korgs dodges Baron and or not Baron, the Tower and Zot, and like the problem is that Korgs is running out of places to go that aren't Tower and Zot.
Come on, John, underground.
Underground.
Yes, he's going Sylph.
He's basically exhausted the rest of the world, so I think he's been forced to Sylph, and
pretty much.
All right, which side does he go first? Right, if Sylph has 2 divided sides, and we know that it's on the side that goes towards the pan.
Oh, is it on the side towards Japan?
Yep, it's in the room with 5 chests. That when you're going on the floor around to the left, there's a stairway in the middle.
Oh.
Right. Yeah, so it's on the way down to that's part of why Korgs got to do those checks easily. Korgs did them as a sideline. Right, we're floating.
Yeah, I mean, John's at least got float now on Orem,
on 2 characters.
Yeah, so this will be like
he's going the back way.
Oh, he's going back way.
I think it's the right numbers play. So Sand Ruby or Korgs, which we know is nothing.
What? No Mewville?
I don't know. I mean, the problem was that when the Avenger inserts you in the queue, it takes a tick of time from you, and so sometimes you can't actually queue up the Mewville in time. Like it's one of the few cases where the Avenger actually ruins you.
Yeah, I know Avengers do that.
Yeah. I had forgotten that and rediscovered it during this flag set. Like, oh.
Yep.
Oh. Avenger is off. Package, yep. Korgs gets some key items. They just aren't the ones that Korgs needs. If Korgs is interested in checking on those characters or not. The other ghosts. We know that the thing we want is in the 3rd ghost chest. So
unfortunately.
Yep.
Oh.
Korg switches back to the Enterprise because it's faster. Korg's gonna do Zot without Eblan or without Earth Crystal or just shopping. All right. We know that this is a play that will pay out for Korgs. 90 items, yep. But yeah, Korgs is like 3 minutes from the end of the seed now. It's in the back half, left side, 2 chests, the nearer one, not the farther one. So Yeah. Yep. John tearing through these chests definitely has all the tools for them. The float, picked up ethers earlier, which is one reason you pick up ethers, is to make it so you can do things like this effectively. Another crystal sword. So like John set himself up well to this, and Korgs is gonna last chest this, or second to last chest this. John got randoed here in one of the most classic rando ways. I mean, and I don't say that to disparage Korgs. Korgs did the thing that you're supposed to do against better players, which is gamble, right? And there Korgs goes. Korgs has the adamant. Like, Korgs checked places that people disparage, right? Like, because he didn't think he could beat John in a straight-up race. Probably anyway. I'm not Korgs. And that paid out. That's exactly the kind of thing you have to be looking to do sometimes when you're, if you're disadvantaged in a heads-up fight. Oh, yeah. Korgs did ordeals earlier than John, and that was rewarded. And Korgs did so, opportunistically and earlier than John, and that paid off. And last 6 chests, and John is out and on to the other side. No? Okay. Interested in. Oh, Cave Eblana. Cave Eblana has some good checks. Cave Eblana has 2 trap chests down its path, each of them having a full key item slot's worth of value. I think this is a reasonable numbers play. That is Korgs getting their 6th objective. Do we have an official time? Oh, Korgs has joined us. Maybe Korgs can tell us his official time.
Hello. How you guys
Hello.
doing?
We are doing all right.
Looks like 1:30:24 is my race spot time.
24. Very nice. All right. Yeah. So, Ninja, do you have any questions you want to start with?
Not right now. Let me think of a few.
Okay. So I'll start with the one where, so you did ordeals fairly quickly. Some people stayed down this flag set. What was your thought process there?
I've been going a little back and forth with how early in the seed I do it, and I like the Avenger Cane, and I thought I'd be able to slice through anything that was up there pretty quickly. The Lunars, where I was thinking, what don't I want to go into in back attack with the Avenger on, and I reset out of that. It was kind of clunky fight, and then eventually I just left it on, and it was fast enough to get through that. So that was the main reason, is that I had a really quick way.
No, that makes sense. Once you've got a fast kill, take a spot.
Yep, and I was, of course, thrilled to see the magma there, so I knew that, barring a kind of a hook where you just do the hook instead of the magma, that John was going to have to go through there anyway, whether or not he was doing it as soon as into the seed as I was. And I was hoping that, okay, maybe I unlock a future Cecil. Now Demas was there too, so I felt really good about that, because that was a little past the 10-minute mark.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, that was ended up being a very good check for you. And then, I mean, you got Cecil unlocked. You go to you go to Dwarf, you pick up Cecil, and then the Crystal Sword, right?
Yeah, I would say that if you look up convenient in the dictionary, you might see that little play happening there. So yeah, I was very pleased with that. And then I knew, it was just basically a key item hunt for darkness and whatever extra thing I need to do because darkness unlocked almost the entire path to completing the seed. I took a look at those Feymarch bosses, and I thought if I could probably get through them at that time, but I think I had just gotten the pan, and I thought I would. Yep, the freebie. Okay. So yeah, so then my plan was simply let's get some levels on the way down to hitting with the pan, and that's when, of course, I kind of hit the jackpot with that darkness, and it looks like that's basically was the difference in the seed.
That was the second difference. John did last location ordeals.
I do have a question. What do you think about that forge?
It's a really great item, I guess, if you get it way earlier in the seed. At that time, I was just kind of waiting for the done message to pop up. Yeah, I did see that it was indeed an Abelland. So, if I hadn't had the Crystal Sword Cecil, I might have been a little angrier at that. But I was just happy I was done at the time.
Yeah, John last locationed it, which means that he did Zot chest first. He had Able Lance for the rest of his seed, he got the package earlier. Package had Rydia, so he had Rydia and Able Lance to the back half of his seed. Just didn't do Sylph early enough, right? Like,
yep,
yeah, like that's kind of what kind of decided it there. John did get the second objective, right? Like he was going to get to skip Giant, but didn't get to Sylph in time.
Yeah, that's a play I like to do. I like to hit the Sylph chest en route, and I like the fact that I had Flute to kind of smooth it out a little bit, and then it's just do you hit the jackpot, or is it just, do I justify it just by saying, okay, I got some good levels, it's going to make that Feymarch a little easier. I was playing around with the fact with that Evil Wall and Feymarch, maybe I don't need to use the Moonveil here, and then the Evil Wall got like 10 turns before I could do anything. It's okay, I need the Moonveil here.
Yeah, Moonveil and the ribbon.
Yeah, Evil Wall cheats there.
Yeah, Evil Wall cheats, right? It was taking 2 actions to your 1. It's bad.
Like I was all cheat.
Yeah, and then with the Sea Hero Kane agility, it cheats. It gives it even more opportunity to cheat. And I was nearly at the crush phase by the time I could put on the Moonveil anyway.
Yeah, no, it was a close one there, right? Like that first fight could have gone worse, but you managed to pull that one out. And yeah, I mean, it makes total sense, right? Like Leviathan and Evil Wall aren't far beyond you, so like pick up a couple extra trap chests and you'll be ready to tear them apart, right? That all makes sense to me, right?
Yep. So definitely GG to John. He got randoed today. It's going to happen to everyone at some point. And congratulations to Brew Dude Attitude. They did end up winning the week. So I was happy to salvage here and look forward. I'm just really enjoying this event. So again, I've said this before, but shout out to the admins for this concept. Rex Raoul, Maggie the Cat, and Zilch are amazing teammates, and I'm looking forward to seeing what we can do in the rest of this thing.
Right. So this week is the week where we get matched up by record. And it's the week where we know who's off. Right, because we've already used up 3 of them, so the 4th has to be off this week. So any preview of what this upcoming week, you don't know who you're facing, but...
Nope, but I do know I'm going to be in full-on cheerleader mode because I raced the first 3, so I'm the one that's off. So, yeah, Zilch, Rex, and Maggie, wishing them well.
All right, yeah, I'm the one off for my team this coming week. And
is yourself.
And thank you all for watching. Thank you all. Do you have any other questions?
I don't have any.
Okay.
All right, thank you, Restream team, for doing what you do, and I'll make way for John here if he's going to hop in. And yeah, thanks everyone for watching, and see you in the next round.
Yep. See you on the battlefield. And it looks like John has forfeit. No shade in that. No shame in that at all. But John has joined us. Hi, John.
Hey, guys.
GG's, John.
GG's to all of you, and of course to Korgs.
So, did you watch the spoiler roll? Do you kind of know what happened in full now?
After I forfeit, I just kind of kept going, and then I found my darkness.
Okay.
Yeah. So, there's definitely, I wasn't very clean today. But even if I was clean and I kind of, shaved off a couple minutes here and there with the decisions that I normally like to do on this seat, I don't think it would have mattered. I think Korgs just absolutely destroyed me, regardless.
I mean, that the ordeals play earlier than you into that became required into the checking Sylph on the way down for some experience for those fairly easy Fey March bosses hitting darkness. Like it's tough to to match that, on the odds, right? Like, if you're just making odds plays, right? Which is something I totally respect.
Yeah, but at the same time, he picked up some XP and he was there anyway. It's just good routing. It's I don't think this is Rando being Rando. I think he just gave it to me pretty good today.
Yeah. I mean, you definitely it was definitely one of those seeds where you got more power than him, right? Like you had the Forge earlier, so you had Able Lance. You got Rydia at all.
Yeah.
Right, so you definitely had more power than him going underground by a lot. Right, and so we're hoping for kind of that snowball effect, right, to bring you in, and just had to, that's kind of what we were hoping for, and just didn't pan out.
Yeah, I kind of after I exited out of the Fate March, I was kind of kicking myself because I had the Moon Veil. I knew I could do the cover strats. And with Leviathan it's a pain in the butt, but you can cheese it, if you work the veil.
It's supposed to be able to be done first time down for you especially, and for
Yeah, so that was time given back. Forgetting to actually bonk the pan, that was dumb. It just I didn't play the way that I needed to beat somebody like Korgs. So
sometimes that's the case.
Yeah.
Pick yourself up and you run it back. Because the tournament's not over.
No, but my potion party is done, which I am very okay with.
I am not done with the potion party yet.
Yeah, mine is too. I'm off this week as well.
Yeah.
So is Korgs, actually.
Yeah.
So I'm the one that gets to suffer.
Yeah, you're the one that gets one more week of potion party. But yeah, no, that's. I appreciate you coming in. That was a tough one, but always appreciate the honesty about, how you feel about your play.
Oh yeah. It's there's no shame in losing to Korgs. Hurts a little bit to lose by 15 minutes, but it's. Fortunately, my teammates picked me up this week, so we still got the win for the week. But I don't know if tiebreakers are for individual records, so I still definitely feel like I let the team down a little bit, but.
That's my belief. That's my belief. Yeah.
Yeah. So that kind of sucks.
I still give
for us.
major respect to John. You are an amazing racer.
Yeah.
Well, I appreciate you saying that. So, GG's Korgs. Thank you all for restream and tracking Dave, Ninja, Meki. And I guess decorum would maybe dictate that I thank Cubs for rolling this. So. I will not state whether or not my fingers are crossed when I say thank you, Cubs. And GG's again to the Korgs, and I'm sure I'll talk to you all later.
All right, Artemis Bow solidarity. See you later.
Thanks, Artie, bro. All right, talk to you soon. Right,
later. I'm looking to see what's going to happen. All right. Okay. All right. So we are going to send you all to RPG Limit Break, a partner in our tournament broadcasting. They have a marathon in progress. Real Time Alchemy 2, playing Blue Reflection Second Light right now. So be sure to stick around if that's interest to you. And our next restream, the last race of the week, is at 9 Eastern on this channel right here. Slippery versus TJ. And we were talking about this before the match, and we think that this is going to be a good one.
Yeah.
Again, thank you all on the back end, Cubs and Ninja Dave, for restreaming and tracking. Thank you, eNinja, for being here commentating with me, even if maybe I talked a little too much.
Hey, no problem, man. And I also want to give props to Mecca, who is doing the comments as well.
And then be sure to follow our runners, right? Like that. I mean, John Birckhead is an excellent player. You know, even though he didn't win this one, like I like his play a lot. And Korgs obviously, right, like took the tools that he had and won with them, very handily.
Yep.
So follow these players, learn from them, and we will send you onward to more RPG enjoyment. Thank you all for coming.
Yep. See ya.